So Quillbot is an AI writing assistant that can help you, whether you're a student or a professional, to write professional content, rewrite it, edit it, and even change the tone of your voice. You can paraphrase different kind of content and write complete book within minutes by just paraphrasing the content of it. It goes beyond that, in that Quillbot can give you the opportunity to check plagiarism, because many people are aware that the main feature it has is in paraphrasing, but it goes beyond paraphrasing. It can give you grammar check, it can do plagiarism check for you, it can do co-writing, which is one of the key features of it that I like. You can write with you correctly, you can do research, and from your bunch of research, you'll be able to highlight content and generate and add it to your text, okay? And then do some basic editing within Quillbot. Is an all-in-one tool that comprises many things in terms of writing content. You can check out the summarizer, you can check out Citation Generator within just links or titles of pages or websites. You could be able to generate citations of different types, different style, depending on the formats that your school adopts. You can all use it, and you have the option to use the translator feature as well. The translator enables you to translate any kind of text to any language of your choice. We'll take a look at how to use some of these basic features. In addition, lastly, we're going to look at how to incorporate an extension of Quillbot in Google Chrome and how we can export our document in Microsoft Word for further editing outside of Quillbot within your PC. So without taking much of our time, let's get started with the most basic theory on how to use Quillbot to enhance your writing skills. But before we go deep, let's take a look at the premium plan. For the basic plan, you can do quite a lot of things. As far as I can tell you that the benefits you have is so much that you will enjoy using Quillbot at any given point. But if you subscribe, you have more other benefits, as you can see listed over here. For example, the wordings in the paraphraser is limited to 125 at a time, but then when you are on the premium version, you have more than that, okay, which is unlimited amount of words. Well, these are some of key things, but I think if you could go with the little and go as far as 125 words at a time, you will be able to paraphrase any of your content and professionally done fantastically. You have the access to most of the key features even with the free plan. So go ahead and give it a try if you're a content creator, or if you're a writer, academic student, or non-academics, business personnel. You can just give it a try, and when you like it, you can go ahead and upgrade or subscribe to the premium version, which I can show you from here that it comes with lots and lots of benefits. So to start with, in Quillbot, all you need is to come to your Google search and just search for Quillbot. Just like so. You brought in here online paraphrasing tool, AI paraphrasing tool. You can just select the first one, or you could just go ahead and go to quillbot.com to have first-hand access. Okay, so once you come here, you can see Quillbot for Chrome. You can add the extension if you want. Later I will show you how to add the extension. And then you can come down and see you can use Quillbot extension on all of these very basic platforms, from Gmail to LinkedIn to Facebook to Notion and even Discord. You can use Quillbot in all of these features, and it's going to help you to enhance your write-up. Okay, so to start with, you can just come to the top right over here and just click on login. And you have the option to log in with your Google account. If you have a Google account, you can go ahead and log in with it. If you don't have, you can use Facebook account to log in with it. Or if you have an email and password, you can just go ahead and say, I don't have an account. You can just go ahead and create an account. It's very easy to create, and you can easily have access to it and go ahead and use it. Okay, so you have the email, the password, and then your name, and you can just go ahead and click on this to just have access to start using it. So let's say I have created mine, and let's just jump into Quillbot and see what we can do with this very interesting feature. Okay, so once you are logged in, you will be welcomed to this very platform, which is the first one at the top here, the paraphraser. You can choose the language in which you want to paraphrase. Usually it's English and German, but we can go with English. And the modes, you can see the range of modes from here across. The from standard to fluency down to shorten. You can select and change the mode accordingly. Now all you need is to paraphrase the text. Simply copy and paste the text from anywhere. So assuming I have this text and I need to paraphrase it, you can see the word count is just 43. All I need is just to press paraphrase and it's going to paraphrase it just like so. So you can see very fast it has paraphrased. And one thing you should do, take a look at the paraphrasing. This is the original one. Know your stuff. Never just click from PowerPoint slide to PowerPoint slide and only just read what's there. So look at the paraphrased one. Be knowledgeable, okay? Know your stuff. Never simply read what's on the slide in a PowerPoint presentation by clicking from slide to slide. And that is a very fantastic paraphrasing. You can see the paraphrased material is colored, okay, which means there's an equivalent synonym. Once you click on it, you can see an equivalent synonym that you can replace easily with what is in existence. So become knowledgeable could be become educated, okay? You can see become educated, or you can still click become informed or become smart, depending on the context you're working on, okay? So never simply read what's on a slide. So you can click on read, and you can see just read, or simply just read, or just review, something like that. You can click and replace any kind of phrase or any kind of word or any connecting word that you find very easily, okay? So this is how to basically use it. You can rephrase also. If you select any phrase, you can decide to rephrase. You can see you can rephrase, or you can undo a given task, okay? And you can copy a sentence, okay? You can copy a sentence. You can report a sentence if you are not certain with the paraphrasing. And you can copy directly and paste it somewhere, or you can come down here and read it aloud. You can also check out the statistics, and you can download this on its own directly to your PC, or you can copy the paraphrased version and take it to wherever you have. For example, in your Word document, you can just easily bring it here and just paste it, and you have your paraphrased document very easily accessible. Or you can even work on Google Docs. You can copy and paste. So these are, and you can generate multiple of responses, multiple paraphrasing. You can navigate across the sentences by just coming over here. You can see this is the first sentence. You can move to the second sentence. You can move to the third sentence, and you can see the equivalent on this axis, okay? From the left to the right, you can see the equivalent and the paraphrased version. At any given point, if you want to delete a given paraphrasing, you can come over here and delete the text very easily and rephrase it if you want. And if you want to regenerate also, you can still regenerate, and it's going to give you a different paraphrase. Okay, you can see it has regenerated everything. So it's very cool to use the paraphraser to paraphrase any document or any wording of your choice. Let's try one more time, one more text, and then we'll move forward. So you could delete everything. And another way you can do it is you can upload a document. If you have a document that contains text that you want to paraphrase, you can come down here and click on upload document, and you can navigate to wherever you have it within your system. For example, in my own case, I have it saved in this tutorial Quillbot text one, and you select it and click on open. It's a Word document, and you can see it picked in only the text portion of it. And once I click, one click is going to paraphrase it for me very nicely and very fast. You can see in 5 sentences and 97 words, you can move from sentence to sentence, okay? Sentence to sentence very nicely. And you can easily reread or rephrase if you want, but the paraphrasing is fantastically done. So you just have to find an application to it, and you can go ahead and keep paraphrasing. From paraphraser to grammar checker, once you click on grammar checker, you have the option to just paste text that you want to check the grammar and spelling mistakes from. Okay, so you can see the languages that you can check. Okay, you can paste any text in these languages. So assuming I have this text, there are a range of errors over here, and once I paste the text, you can see it is analyzed it, okay, and it has found out that it has 6 errors directly, 6 grammatical errors. For example, know your stuffs is a mistake because you don't have stuffs as a plural, only stuff. And then you can see just over here, only read what's there. Just is just an addition or repetition, and it quickly detected it. And you can see stuff and adds. This also is a mistake. There should be a comma around, and then informations is also a mistake. It's supposed to be information. So you can see it's intentionally put this full stop over here, and it quickly detects it. So this is the work of an AI, that it quickly detects that this is how much mistake that is available in this very text. And I did all this intentional. So you have the option to select and play around with the different features over here, different text editing features like bolding, italicizing, underlining, and all these arrange alignments. Okay, align left, right, and center. You can do all sorts of adjustment from here. So you have the option to either manually readjust and correct the errors, or you can come down here and say fix all errors, and it's going to fix all the errors at a time. So once you click on fix all the errors, and you can see it has just fixed all of them in one click, and everything is now correct. So you can see 0 errors, 42 words. You can go ahead and paraphrase also from here if you have that option. You can download this text to your document if you want, or you can copy directly and go to any place that you're working on, and you can just paste it directly. For example, you can come to your Google Docs and you can just paste it directly over here. You can see the text that you've just copied from your Quillbot. So I found this exceptionally interesting and helpful, especially when you are writing your journal paper or conference paper, or you're writing an ebook for publication. You can easily copy component by component and submit it here and paste it here and correct all the errors, and then you can copy the corrected version back to any kind of Word document that you're working on. For you to use the plagiarism checker, you have to upgrade to a given premium version, okay, of the Quillbot. If you have a premium version, then you could be able to use the Quillbot's plagiarism checker to scan your document for unintentional plagiarisms across billions of articles or sources that we have. Okay, so once you subscribe to any of the plans, you'll be able to do that by just submitting the document, and it's going to analyze and give you any kind of plagiarism and their sources. Take a look at this example, and you can see it's going to be real-time report and analysis. It's going to give you exactly the sources and what you've copied, or where you copied those content from. So this is for plagiarism checker. You have to upgrade to have access to it, and it's very easy to use. Next, we have the co-writer. Now, the co-writer is a feature that I always like, especially for researchers, scientists, or professionals. If you want to write an essay or a blog post or any kind of journal paper, you can do it effectively and more accurately, even in a very easy format, using this co-writer. So you can start from, you can see available documents that you've worked on. You can find them over here, and you can create a folder, a given folder, where you can save all your write-ups on. Maybe you can have your introduction in the same folder, your main content in the same folder, and you can have references in a separate folder, but all of them are in a separate file, all of them located in the same folder. You can create a folder for a given project. For example, you can say create a folder, and you can say journal paper writing, and you can just go ahead and say under this folder, you can now open and you can create a project from here, or you can use from templates, or you can upload any document that you are working on, maybe on your Microsoft Word. You have worked on a particular document and you want to bring it up here to continue working on it, to continue your research over here. You can bring it easily, and you can have the option to select what kind of content you are writing. Is it a blog post, is it an essay, or is it a research paper like I've had highlighted? So this is very easy when you can just go ahead and select. So assuming we are going for an essay, and you can see over here, let's say we are going with a blank project. So once you click on blank project, you'll be brought into this, and you have a series of options, especially the editing features, the text editing features. You could do all sort of things from here, from mathematics to font sizes, different kind of font sizes, to paragraphing, different kind of paragraphs. You could bold, italize, underline, and all these coloration features and adjustment. Okay, you can adjust left, right, center. You could see the bullet points. You can play around with basically all the word features that are available. You can find them over here as well. You can import images from sources from your computer, from links. You can easily add and bring in links. You can have equations, multiple equations and objects. You could link website or URLs directly, and you could write different kind of text and download things or export in different formats. But the first thing I usually advise people to do is to create a project name. For example, I can say You can call this flood mitigation. Now, the most interesting part of it is you can come to the research over here to the right. Okay, so once you click on research, you're going to have this search bar. Okay, search tab over here, search bar. You can search anything. Okay, for example, I can say flood mitigation. I want to search something on flood mitigation, and you could make it industrial, or you can make it non-academic, or if you want it to be academic, solemnly academic, you can make it academic by just enabling this feature. Okay, but at this point, I don't want it to be academic. I just want it to be a normal search, and I can just click on enter. And you can see within Quillbot, it brought in these kind of web results. You can see different kind of results. You can just read flood mitigation assistance grant program, flood mitigation in general, flood mitigation. You can see multiple searches that at any given point, if you want to see or you want to get content, you can just go ahead and say get content. And you could see that this is the definition of flood mitigation. Okay, hazard mitigation thereabout. You can go ahead and click on this to view the full article if you want to view the full article, and you can see the entire article over here. Okay, you can check out helpful resources, and you can see this is the entire article. And if you want to see highlights, which is usually my area, you can click over here and you'll be able to see the articles arranged in highlights. Okay, you can see hazard mitigation. You can click, you can see hazard mitigation. You click, you can see structural mitigation. You can see non-structural mitigation. You can see how they are being arranged individually. Now in Quillbot, if you want to add this text or content to your text, all you need is to specify the area where you want it to be added. You come over here. Once you select and highlight a text, you have the option to insert it in the text directly, or you have the option to paraphrase if you want to paraphrase this section that you've just highlighted, or you have the option to summarize the text. Okay, so assuming I want to add this entire text, you can see I just added it with just one click, and everything is now added. You can see all the things that I've just highlighted have been added to my document. And one good side of this Quillbot or the co-writer is that it puts in the citation over here, and you can see the bibliography references. You can see it has put in the references down here, and it will put all the references that you're working on. It will cite it, and then it will put it in the bibliography or reference list. Okay, so you can just check around. This is the full article. These are the highlights. You can check out the keywords. If you want to check out the keywords, you can see keywords, and you can go ahead and make some searches around them. You can see full article. You can just select any section of it, and you can add it directly into your document, or you can select any section. Okay, you can select all this section and say paraphrase, or and say summarize, or you can say summarize this, and it's going to summarize it directly for you. You can indicate the length, summary length, whether to make it short or to make it longer. You can vary those options from here, and you can see right now it's been summarized. Everything that we've highlighted have been summarized into this much words. So you just select, as you select, you can just say insert, and it's going to insert it into your document just like so. And you can see it has added the references directly. Okay, so you can close here, and you can come down to the same research. You can see the next thing is, if you could search everything over here, you can go ahead and check out the notes. Here in notes, you can put in your own personal notes that you can always refer to, aid you in writing this paper. For example, you have covered the introduction, and you have the main body, and you can have references, and maybe you have some conclusions at the point. You can itemize and arrange your paper content or sub-content, headings and subheadings from here. Okay, so you can know exactly where we are working on. Now the next part to this co-writer is the citation. Okay, citation is a very good feature that you can use within the co-writer, because it helps you to write citations easily. You can create a citation directly from here by just clicking on this, and you could insert the URL if you are dealing with a website. If you've just worked on a website, like for example, we have worked on this website and I want to cite this, I can just copy and come back to this and just paste it. Or you can just paste the link and you can say cite, and it's going to generate the citation for you to insert in your document. And you can see it has just generated the citation. Okay, you can say save citation. You can see it has just generated it for you, and you can change it depending. You can insert the citation from here. You can see it has generated. You can say insert citation, and it's going to insert it from wherever your work is. Wherever your work is, that's where it's going to insert that citation. So for example, you can create the citation from, this is from a website. If it's from a book, it's a different thing. If it's a journal, it's a different thing. Okay, so if it's a journal article, you see what you are just going to search is just the name of the journal or the DOI. You can just come over and copy the DOI and just go and paste it over there. So for example, this one, you can just copy the DOI and you can take it back to that journal, that citation box, and just paste it and say search, and it's going to bring out that journal. And you can see it has just brought in the journal. So you can say cite. If you want to cite it here, you can just go ahead and say cite, or if you want to cite it somewhere here within the document, you can just say cite, and it's going to add it at that exact location. Okay, so you can see it over here. You can just say insert, and it's going to insert it for you over here. It has just inserted directly. You can see the reference, and then when you go back to the list of the reference, you can see it also, it has been inserted. Okay, you can see it down here, it's been inserted. So that's the beauty of this. You can use it to write anything. You can use it for your note taking, and you can use it to do a bunch of research from here. And in cases when you want to make it solemnly academic, you can just enable this, and all your searches are going to be academic search. Okay, it's going to be specifically academic search, and you can cite directly from here, and it's going to go directly to make it specifically academic. So all what you are going to see is academic search, and you can explore to go outside of Quillbot to do many more things from the Quillbot. Okay, you can explore, and from here you can go to other sites and do all sort of addition and subtraction, and do all sort of research also outside of Quillbot. So ladies and gentlemen, I think that does it for this tutorial, how to use the co-writer in Quillbot as an avenue for you to conduct an effective research and to do all sort of writing capabilities and insert document and do all-in-one things within a particular document. Just to mention that you have other options down here, such as paraphrasing, summarizing, and suggesting of text, and you can check out the word counts as well from here, and you can see errors, okay, grammatical errors, and you can see, you can easily dictate if you want to dictate directly, or you can read, you can listen to a reader that can read the entire content for you. Okay, so you can see the error report over here if you want to see overall score. From the Quillbot co-writer, the next thing is the summarizer. You can click on summarizer, and what it does is it simply summarizes any kind of content. From this, you have any text that you want to summarize, you can just copy it directly and paste it, or you can upload it directly from any subject or from any location within your computer. For example, this text that we have used, if you want to summarize the content, you can just bring it in directly and it's going to summarize it for you. You can control the length of the summary from here. You can make it longer, or you can make it shorter, or you can leave it at default if you so wish. Okay, so all you need is just to press paraphrase. It has just summarized it for you. Okay, you can select keywords that you may want to include. You can see them over here, and you can paraphrase the summary if you want. From here, you can check out the statistics. You can download it if you want, and you can copy it and paste it somewhere also if you want. So this is a very cool feature that I always like to try and use. If you have even other content that you want to summarize that are larger or longer than this, there are many more text than this. For example, you can come in here and copy some of this abstract and ask it to paraphrase or to summarize this. For example, you say summarize this. Once you click on summarize, it's going to summarize this into this. You can see with just one click, it has just summarized. So no matter how long your text is, all you need is to copy part of it and paste it, because you have the word character count. Once you copy, you paste in here, and you'll be able to see it has summarized everything in 3 sentences and 55 words. Okay, so depending on how you want to use it, you can always delete, or you can always copy or download the content if you want outside, and to use it outside of Quillbot. The next thing is we are going to look at Citation Generator, which is very, very easy and cool feature. If you want to have your citations listed in a folder, you can create a folder from here. You can create a list directly from here, or add in a folder that you want to add all your lists in. Okay, you can have folders under the list, or you can have folders under a given folder. Okay, so you can create a list and you can create a folder. For example, I can name this folder. You can just come to these 3 dots and rename it. and maybe flood mitigation ref. Okay, you can say flood mitigation ref, and you can say you can name this reference, also you can rename it. Okay, you can call it ref1. You can call it ref1, and you have other options also to export the list, to move list to a given folder, or to delete a list also from here. So the next thing is, let's say we want to generate the link, the reference, the citation from a web page. Okay, you can generate from a web page, or from an article, journal article, or from a book. We've shown how to use it in the other tutorial, but here we are going to be more detailed because we're going to see how it is being done. Okay, on a web page, all you need to copy and paste is the URL of that particular web page that you want to cite. So for example, if you want to cite this document like we've shown earlier, you can just copy this blog post. You can just copy it, copy the link, and come over here and just paste it and say cite, and it's going to go through the internet and find it. So you can see this is the web page. It's already quickly identified that it's a web page, and it's on this title, presentation skills, 9 great tips. Okay, it's from this website. Okay, so you can see it over here, presentation skills, 9 great tips, and it's from that website that it has said correctly. So everything is confirmed, is correct. So you can just click on this, and it's going to add the citation for you. You can see it has just been added directly. Okay, and you can see it is added to the list. Okay, so if it is a journal article, for example, like the journal articles we've worked with, what we are interested in as the input is the article title, or the DOI of the DOI number. If you have the title, fine. If you don't have, you can copy the DOI number and paste it. Okay, so for example, for this article, you come over here, you can copy the title directly on its own. You can copy the title and just paste it and say cite, and it's going to list from all the sources, okay, available with this kind of topic. You'll be able to know exactly which one you are talking about by coming back to the article. Take a look at this. It's by Azhar Abbas, and the date is accepted in 2015 and published in 2015. So you can see it's by Azhar and it's 2015. You can come back and see this is 2015. So this is the one we are talking about. So this one we'll select, and it's going to add it directly. Another thing you should pay attention to is the style of the citation. You can click over here in case if your school has a different citation, you can check around from the list of citation styles that you have. For example, in my own school, we use the American Psychological Association, which is the APA format. Okay, you can use the APA 6th edition format. This is one we use. You can select for your school. If you use any kind of different formats, you can select, and it's going to be saving the reference in those formats. You can see everything is being saved over here. And if it is a book, in cases when it is a book, you can just select a book, and all you need to copy and paste is the book ISBN or the book EAN number. If you have this, or you have the book title, you can just paste and it's going to cite it for you. So assuming I have this book, we can say about the book, and you can see it brought us here. So you can see the ISBN number, and you can see the DOI, and you can see published date. So let's say we use this ISBN number because it's one of the things we are looking for. You can come back here and just select and paste the ISBN number and say cite. Unfortunately, you could not find this book. Okay, so you can cite directly, and if you cannot find the details about the book, you can go ahead and cite manually. You can just click on cite manually, and you can input the title, the contributors, okay, and you can put in their names, their title, their initials, first name, last name. You can add another contributor. You can add the edition of the book. You can have the volume number and all that. You can add everything, the DOI, the URL, the ISBN, the ISN number. You can add everything, and you can say save citation, and everything is going to be saved and is going to be added to your citation. Okay, so this is basically how to add citations from journal, article, book, chapters, web pages, and other types. Also, you can see more types from here. Is it a web page, a book, a video, or an online news article, or an image or report? Be able to see any of them, and you can have the option or what is needed of you to put. Okay, you can see the details from here, and once you say save citation, it's going to save it directly for you. So this is how to add an image, a report. If it's a report, this is what you need, and if it is an image, this is what you need. You need this much information. And if it is a video, you can see if it's a video, you can see you need this much information. You just paste in and say save citation, and it's going to save the citation for you directly. You can check out the You can export, you can copy all to your document, you can export, or you can cite manually also from here, depending on what kind of document you are working on. The next thing is we look at Translator. So in Translator, you can just copy the text from anywhere and paste it, and it's going to translate it to different languages. For example, let's say we have this text pasted, okay, and all we need, it has immediately detect that this is English language. If it's not English, you can check and select the language that you are dealing with, but it has automatically detected that this is English language and this is how much characters are contained in it. Okay, you can see now you can translate it to another language. So which language is that going to be? You can click on this and you select the language of your choice. Assuming I want to go with Hindi, and you can just see with just that selection, it has translated the entire document to Hindi. If you like, you can download it directly from here, and you'll have it downloaded in your document. You can check, just click to open, and you can see it in your Microsoft Word document, well arranged. So those people who can speak Hindi in the house, you can tell us how good is this translation, whether it's a good translation or not. And then if you want to change it to another language, all you need is just this click, and you can come down and say Bengali, and it's going to translate it to Bengali very, very fast. You can see very fast and very nice. You want to take it to Malay, you can come over here and say Malay, and it's going to change it to Malay directly. So all you need is just to copy to any location of your choice. If you want to change anything, you can change. If you want to delete this, you can delete and paste in another document, another text also from here. So assuming I want to select this, I can come back and just paste it and hit on translate. And it's going to translate it to Malay or to any language, Polish. And it's going to translate it to Polish with just one click, and you have it directly. Okay, so I think that does it for this tutorial on how to translate your document to any language, your text to any language using Quillbot. The next thing is we look at the Google Chrome extension. You can just have the extension by clicking on this extension, and we're going to have the Quillbot extension enabled or inserted into our Google Chrome browser. So you can come over here and you can see it over here. We've already added in my own Quillbot, in my own extension. I've added it to this browser. I just added it, but if you've not added, you just follow the information. It's very easy to just follow and just add. Okay, so once you've added, you can see it also from here, from the list of managed extensions, and you'll be able to see Quillbot here. Okay, you can see it has just been added over here. If it's not added on yours, you can just go ahead and follow the instruction. It's just a step by step. You can see just add extension, and with just one click, it's going to add it to your extension, which means you are going to have the access to, you're going to have your Quillbot as a sidebar in all of these features and on all of these applications. Okay, in Discord, in Notion, in Gmail, in LinkedIn, Facebook, you have all of them, all the features enabled, Quillbot enabled. So you can do your research, you can do your summary, you can do your paraphrasing, all from the same browser. That's the benefit of this extension. So let me show you an example of what you are going to use this for. For example, you are in this article, in this blog post, and you want to summarize this content. You can just select, highlight it, and you can right click and say Quillbot, and it's going to enable the Quillbot extension from here. And you can see the document, the text you have highlighted. You can see it has just summarized it. It has just paraphrased it for you directly. If it is paraphrasing that you want, you can see it has just paraphrased it. If you want to check the grammar mistake of this, you can see it will just easily check the grammar, or you can come over here, select it again and say Quillbot, and it's going to put it this time around in the grammar. And you can see it has 8 errors. You can check and see there's a space over here, double space. So you can say fixed all, and it's going to fix all for you. And then you can select everything and come down here and say copy, and you can take it to wherever you're writing. So the next thing is a summarizer. You can select this, come to Quillbot, and it's going to summarize everything for you here. Just click in summarize, and it's going to summarize. You can see the original. This is the summarized version. You can come down here and copy and text it and take it to wherever you are working. You can see translator over here also. You can see, you can just, with just this highlight, select, you can copy and paste it here and just say translate, and it's going to translate it for you to any language. So this is to English, let's say to Chinese. and you can see it has just translated everything for you to Chinese. Okay, you can see it very nicely. So that's the beauty of this extension. You can work on it on different kind of pages or different kind of tabs, and you have the opportunity to use this effectively. There's an extension that you can add also to your Microsoft Word document, and you'll be able to have access to Quillbot at any given point. So to enable that extension or to download and install that extension, you can do it from here directly. You can say Word extension, you can click, and it will take you out of Word. And these are the very basic steps. For example, you have to log into your Microsoft account, and you can come all the way to add-ins. Step 3 is to go to official store of the add-ins. In step 4, you can search for the add-ins Quillbot, and you can see it over here, and you can just add it directly, and you can see it as a tab in your Word document. You can see it added as a tab in Word document, and once you enable it, you can just go ahead and log in, and you can start using it directly. So let me show you how to use it. In cases if you don't have a Microsoft account, also you can follow here. You can download it from the Microsoft Store also and use it. Okay, so but for now, let's say we are going to use it on my Microsoft Word. So let's say this is my Microsoft Word. So what they are saying is make sure you log into your account, make sure you are logged in, and then you can come to insert over here. You can come all the way to get add-ins. Okay, you can click on this. You can come to make sure you are on the store over here. So you can just search for Quillbot. You can just search for Quillbot and you will see it. So you can see it over here, Quillbot. So you can just go ahead and add it. You say continue. And you can see it has just added your Quillbot add-in loaded successfully. Go to the Quillbot tab and click the launch icon. You can say okay, and you can see it over here, it's been added. Okay, so you can see it over here. You can just click and you can start using it. Okay, so let's say we click on this and you can see it over here coming up. Okay, so you can see I've just logged in, and you can close on this. You can see I have basically all the features that we have talked about. You can have them over here, paraphraser, and you can have grammar checker, and you can have summarizer also, depending on what kind of this thing you're working on. So if you select any document, any text, and you can just copy and paste it here. You can say paraphrase, and it's going to paraphrase for you just like that. Okay, so you can see it has just paraphrased. You can rephrase if you want, and then you can copy and then bring it back here and just paste it and continue with your own write-up. And if you want to summarize, you can come over here and say summarizer, and it's going to summarize just like so. With just one click, everything is going to be summarized. You can see you can just go ahead and copy. You can copy this and bring it back here. And if you want to use the other one, which is the grammar checker, you can easily do that. Just copy the text, paste it, and it's going to analyze quickly and tell you how much errors you have. You have 2 errors, you can fix all, and then you can just copy and come back here and paste. So you can see how fast this tool can help you to write and to be very organized in your content creation. I think it's a very cool feature and fantastic to use. You can ease your work and make your life very easy. If you want to see the add-in that you have, you can come all the way to insert. You come to my add-ins and you can see all add-ins, and you'll see Quillbot also listed here. You can see it over here. If you want to remove it, you can remove, or you can rate and review, or you can add in, check out the add-in details also from here. Okay, I think this brings us to the end of the entire tutorial on how to use Quillbot to enhance your writing and your general content creation. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one.